Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Piper Report. So Spike Lee is about to release a movie in theaters, and, well, it's kind of anti-white. Now, the very first thing you see is, well, the movie's called Black KK Klansman. That's not anti-white, that's anti-KKK. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I'll get to that. But first, let's watch the trailer, because the ending is very important for my little monologue here. So let's watch it. Let me speed up a little bit just to save time. Alright.
Open things up around here.
Hello, this is Ron Stallworth calling. Who am I speaking with?
This is David Duke.
Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. That David Duke?
God, last time I checked. What can I do for him?
Well, since you asked, I hate blacks. I hate Jews, Mexicans and Irish, Italians and Chinese. But my mouth to God's ears, I really hate those black rats. And anyone else, really, that doesn't have pure white Aryan blood running through their veins.
I'm happy to be talking to a true white American.
God bless white America. The KKK is planning an attack.
How do you propose to make this investigation?
We'll establish contact over the phone. We'll need a white officer to play me when they meet face to face.
You for the white race, Ron?
Oh, hell yeah. So there becomes a combined Ron Stallworth.
Can you do that?
With a red white man, we can do anything.
When's the last time they let a rookie lead an investigation? Oh, that's right. Never.
Okay, come as friend. Let's get invited back.
What kind of stuff you guys do?
Cross burnings, marches. This is fixing to be a big year for us.
You ask too many questions. You undercover or something?
We must unite and organize to fight racism.
Are you down for the liberation of black people?
Power to the people.
All power to all the people.
All power to all people.
That's right, sister.
For you, it's a crusade. For me, it's a job.
You're Jewish. That hatred, doesn't that piss you off?
You're taking this Jew lie detector test.
Why are you acting like you ain't got skin in the game?
I'm telling you, the wars are coming.
Black power, black power.
Knights of the Ku Klux Klan.
That's us. Stallworth Brothers. We're on a roll, baby.
America first.
America first. America first.
If I would have known this was a Klan meeting, I would have taken this mother.
Right there. That very ending. America first. But let me get to that in a sec. First off, this film appears to be about David Duke. Now, I haven't watched the film, so maybe I'm wrong, but, it comes out August 10th. I do not plan on seeing it, but it appears, based on the trailer, it's about David Duke and his time as the Grand Wizard for the KKK. Now, the problem I have with that is I wonder if this film is going to show Robert Byrd and Hillary Clinton saying that Robert Byrd is an idol to her. Because Robert Byrd was also a Grand Wizard of the KKK, and yet he became one of the leading members of a Democratic Party. But somehow, I don't think Spike Lee, nor the leftist Hollywood elite, are going to allow that to happen. What they are going to do, they're going to portray this strictly as right-wing. You can bet that is already happening, even though the KKK was created by Democrats. In fact, in 1914, Woodrow Wilson actually played the very first movie at the White House. I believe it was 1914. I know for a fact, though, it was Woodrow Wilson. And the very first movie to ever be played at the White House was a movie regarding the KKK, sympathizing with the KKK. That's Woodrow Wilson. That's not a Republican president. And the ending, when I saw this earlier today, is what got me to do the video to begin with. America first. America first. And then the black waiter says, I didn't know this was a KKK rally. Right there alone. What they did, they are associating America first with the KKK. Well, who do we associate America first with? Donald Trump and Donald Trump supporters. By doing this, they're subconsciously, and not even really subconsciously, as long as you know what's going on in the world, you can see for what it is. They are indirectly, or rather directly, tying Trump supporters to the KKK. Not necessarily they're saying they're KKK, but they're saying they have the same ideology that the KKK has. Do you see what's happening here? This is more anti-white propaganda we see every day. And for those who still don't believe there's anti-white propaganda, just go watch your normal MTV video. It seems that James L. Sub is doing a new video every week going over MTV videos where they talk about how whites cannot have heritage, how whites cannot be prideful. Remember a few months back when members of 4chan put "It's okay to be white" signs over college campuses? Do you remember the outcry from that? People were saying they didn't feel safe at school anymore. A sign that says "It's okay to be white" caused people to say they no longer feel safe at school. People are arguing that it's not okay to be white. Yes, you heard that correctly. You cannot even say it's okay to be white anymore. It has become a social stigma. It is no longer okay to be white. Not necessarily even take pride in being white, which I can understand maybe to some degree how people can maybe find that fearful. I disagree with it, but I can understand it. Just because in the past, those who had extreme white pride, they did do things that may be morally reprehensible. But now, you can't even really say it's okay to be white. There is an anti-white backlash happening all over the country. Not to get off topic too far, but if the Second Amendment didn't exist, I would honestly think that whites in America would be in danger. I truly, truly believe that, because we are seeing this every day. This anti-white hysteria is only getting worse. And now they are tying America First with the KKK, white supremacists. Now, when you stand up for America First, you are automatically going to be correlated in some way to the KKK. But then they'll argue, well, we're not saying you're KKK, but it is kind of interesting that you have the same ideology that the KKK did. No, it has nothing to do with that. This movie is going to focus on right-wing stuff. It's not going to mention Harry Byrd. Or Robert Byrd. Harry Byrd also, he was in the Senate, and he was also, I believe, if I remember from my Robert Caro biography on Lyndon B. Johnson, he was also a member of the KKK. I'm not sure if they're related. They probably are. But it's not going to focus on that. It's not going to focus on Hillary Clinton praising the Grand Dragon of the KKK. No, it's going to focus on David Duke. Now, I'm not here to defend David Duke, but from the research I did into him over his last few months, it seems that he has denounced being the KKK. He's still anti-Israel, but it's no longer he shares the same sentiments of anti-black. Not from my research anyways. Again, I'm not defending him. And if someone can point out a video of him contradicting what I just said, then I will watch it, and then I will, I guess, retract what I said. But from what I've seen, his mentality is no longer KKK, it's just anti-Israel now. But something else that's really important. This is also a direct response to the rise of the alt-right. Well, what caused the rise of the alt-right? The alt-right was always there, but it became more severe these last couple years. People want to say it was because Donald Trump. No. It wasn't because Donald Trump. It was because of the neo-Marxists that are trying to protest Donald Trump. The neo-Marxists that are trying to turn every single bathroom into transgender bathrooms, where any man can go into any young girl's bathroom and be okay with it. It is those that are throwing eggs at Trump supporters. It is those wearing masks that chant "Love Trump's hate" and then proceed to pepper spray young girls' eyes. It is those that use violence to silence those with different ideologies. That's what it is. It just blows my mind. The timing is questioned here. The timing is very questionable here. Why now? Why all of a sudden now, and why David Duke? Why not Robert Byrd? Why focus on right wing and not left wing, which is what the KKK was created from, a left wing ideology? Because Hollywood is leftist. Hollywood, many people in Hollywood are neo-Marxists. They are regressives. They're these postmodernists, and they are destroying the fabric of society. You can see it every day, and you're only going to see the anti-white hysteria get worse. Okay, sorry, I got off topic there. The rise of the alt-right was a direct response to the rise of the neo-Marxists, the alt-left. That's what it was. And the more that the alt-left do these despicable and reprehensible things, this anti-white rhetoric, this "we don't want to hear your opinion, so we're gonna forcibly shut you up, we're gonna injure you, we're gonna assault you," the more the alt-right is going to grow. It's the same thing with the Democratic Party and Republican Party. The more you see people like Maxine Waters calling for harassment of those who work in the Trump administration, the more independent voters are going to flock towards Trump. Trump's approval ratings have went up through the roof, not just with whites, but with Hispanics as well. They tried to use this immigration ploy recently that Trump is separating, kids at the border, even though the pictures they were using were from 2014. These are archived web pages that the Blaze reported on back then, but the media ignored it. But they were using that to try to basically undermine Trump and destroy him. Well, guess what happened? His approval ratings still continue to go up, despite them trying to say that he is putting children in concentration camps. And that's not my word. I've heard people say that. He's putting children in concentration camps. Now, I could go into the whole argument that it is not Trump's fault that the kids are being separated. It is the parents' fault. And that's not just my opinion. The majority of Americans agree. There have been numerous polls showing just that. They don't blame Trump that children are being detained. They blame the parents. I watched a video from the Truth Factory, and she made out a really good point. It's like people that sneak into Disneyland. They get caught, they get banned for life. Well, the kids suffer, the kids can never go back. But it's not Disneyland's fault. It's the parents' fault for trying to sneak in. But I don't want to get on really immigration here. We see more anti-white propaganda now. This has nothing to do with the KKK. This has everything to do with the anti-white culture happening, everything to do to try to correlate white people with America First, with Trump, and by extension, racist. Or rather, they have ideologies that associate with racism, or rather, past transgressions of racism. And many people will buy it. Many people will believe it. And this movie, just to wrap things up, this movie is probably going to be praised as a great movie, just like Black Panther was. And if you all think Black Panther deserves to be recognized as the greatest movie of all time, then, I don't know, you may be beyond help. Because that is just insane how it superseded movies like Requiem for a Dream, or Shawshank Redemption, or Saving Private Ryan. Powerful, emotional movies. And you put a superhero movie, a comic movie, Black Panther, and say it's better than that? It's more significant? No. This is nothing but politics. Nothing but politics spreading an ideology around. And it's going to backfire. It really is. The more you do this, the more people are going to abdicate their ideology and go towards the right. This is, again, it's going to spur more reactions against this anti-white culture. And you will see more people join the alt-right. And if not the alt-right, at least people on the conservative side. This is how you destroy your party. This is how you destroy your base. And they are doing a great job at it. And they are too blind with Trump derangement syndrome to see what they're doing. And I'm done.